Alright, welcome back guys. So today we're on our way to Laguna Hills Civic Center, which is City Hall basically. And we're gonna be shooting a ceremony there, but before we go there, we're actually gonna head down to Laguna Beach again because since today their appointment at the City Hall was at 11:30. No, it was at 12. I told them that maybe we should do a session at the beach from 10:30 till 11:30 while the sun is a little bit lower. The reason for that is that instead of doing, you know, if we did the ceremony and the ceremony goes from 12 until 12:30, then we're going down to the beach at 1. It's pretty much high noon and the sun, you can see already on my shirt, it's pretty bright already. You can imagine how it's gonna be, you know, in a few hours from now. So the idea is to go down to the beach, do a little session at the beach, don't get in the water, and then head over to do the ceremony at Laguna Hills Civic Center. And I also checked the tides because, you know, you don't want to be shooting at high tide. There are some beaches that if you're shooting at high tide, you're not actually going to be able to get on the beach because the water is so high. So I checked that before scheduling it, you know, this way. So all the stars aligned for it. So that's what we're going to do. I'm picking up my assistant Jeff right now, and then we're heading down to the beach, then heading over to Laguna Hills Civic Center. And for the photography nerds, basically I'm going to be using the AD400 for lighting for most of it, especially for the first half because of how bright it's going to be. And then we probably will switch over to the AD200 when we go to the Laguna Hills Civic Center because we won't need as much light. All right. So we got here a little bit early. There's the couple's still on the way. And the water is actually, one thing I forgot to mention is that in the morning, it's actually more blue because of the angle of the sun. So in the afternoon when we're shooting, the sun is usually coming from that direction, but in the morning it's actually coming from a different direction, which actually makes the water look a lot more blue, teal almost, because it doesn't look like this when we shoot in the afternoon. It should be pretty nice. I think it should be here in the next few minutes. Alright, so I'm back at the house right now and I noticed that I didn't do a transition like, you know, clip of when we got to the courthouse. So when you get to Laguna Hills Civic Center, first of all, obviously you should have an appointment so that way you can go check in. Everything is, you know, like I mentioned, they had their appointment at 12. So when we got there, they checked in, they let them know, they asked them actually the option of, do you want to shoot indoors or do you want to shoot outdoors? We've never done an outdoor one. Usually there's too many people outside and it's usually pretty hot. So every single couple that we've shot has opted for indoors. So we went with indoors as well because of those reasons. So after they checked in, we went to the ceremony room, which is a new room. Actually, the old one was a lot smaller. So this one can fit a few more people. Did the ceremony and then we photographed around the perimeter of Laguna Hills Civic Center. So we went indoors, we played with some lighting in there, then we went outside to the back where there's nice shade. So there's plenty of options. That's one thing, whether we're shooting in the middle of the day or we're shooting later in the afternoon, which is ideal. Just in case the appointment is in the middle of the day, there are plenty of options at this location, which is really nice. Anyway, back to the video.